Justin Trudeau became famous for all the wrong reasons. Trudeau's turbulent India trip refused to end. It seems Trudeau and his flying Taj Mahal have given up. But what went wrong in the last 36 hours? Snubbed by world leaders at G20? Pull up by PM Modi for encouraging extremist activities? And a technical glitch grounded his aircraft. Trudeau came to G20, got secluded, and then left embarrassed. Amid strained bilateral ties with India, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau faced a significant setback as his official aircraft encountered a major malfunction, leaving him stranded in New Delhi. From skipping events to being scolded by PM Modi for the growing Khalistani extremism in Canada, Trudeau's Delhi visit for the G20 Summit has been mired in awkwardness. To make matters worse, Canada's leading newspapers published a front-page story titled "This Way Out," highlighting Prime Minister Narendra Modi's gesture to Trudeau to proceed after their traditional handshake. The Canadian Prime Minister found himself in an awkward situation at the recent G20 Summit. Trudeau was blasted by Canadian media for his absence from all of the main highlights of the G20 Summit. Trudeau even skipped the G20 Gala dinner. His no-show during such crucial gatherings only reflected how poorly he has been managing Canada's diplomatic affairs. Justin Trudeau's India visit for the Delhi G20 Summit doesn't seem to have gone down well with the Canadian media and, of course, the opposition. While mocking the Prime Minister's disastrous diplomatic approach, the opposition leaders said that no one likes to see a Canadian Prime Minister repeatedly humiliated and trampled upon by the rest of the world. The Canadian Prime Minister's performance was lackluster, and instead of a breakthrough, he received a thinly veiled rebuke from India. And then, adding to his humiliation, his aircraft refused to fly. The Canadian Prime Minister's plane that suffered the snag is a CC-150 Polaris 15001. However, this isn't the first time that the aircraft used to ferry the Canadian Prime Minister has suffered such a snag. Foreign news agencies reported that Trudeau received scolding and criticism from PM Modi during a pull-aside meeting. PM Modi did not post any welcome note for Trudeau after the Canadian PM reached India, and this explained the tension in diplomatic relations between India and Canada on the Khalistani issue. Trudeau had been diplomatically criticized by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi for allegedly allowing the anti-India activities of extremist elements in Canada. New Delhi rejected a formal bilateral meeting and only allowed a sideline meet with the Canadian Prime Minister. It's worth noting that the Canadian government under Trudeau's leadership has been criticized for its perceived leniency toward pro-Khalistan elements that have openly issued threats to India and the Indian community in Canada. If we see his G20 functioning right now, it seems like the incumbent Canadian Prime Minister has thrown in the towel.